Hello everyone. So today let me talk about one problem when using Emacs to create maybe presentations using Beamer. And this problem is basically a situation where you may want to include something from another file. Now the way it works, because I make a lot of content, I basically have a lot of material on different topics. So I'm an Atlassian consultant. I have trainings on not only Jira, but not just one training on Jira, but multiple trainings on Jira itself. I also have training on different apps. And usually but in my training content, I basically have a file which I want to include from another file, another org file or another content, right? And I mentioned this in a lot of my videos, like using an include feature, and you can also include selectively, and you can also exclude certain levels, which is great. It works perfectly. Now the problem is, let us say if I have a training where I need to include another org file. In this case, it is, let us say, Jira fundamentals. So basically, let us say I'm talking about, let us say there is a course on Jira software, but in that particular course, I have one module called Jira fundamentals, which is like one of the first module. Now, Jira fundamentals in itself could be a separate course, and that particular course is nothing but a file, org file, and it can have its own PDF slides. Now, when I include it here in my other course, and this is a problem because the way Beamer works, you have to specify in the Beamer what header level you want to use to create a slide. Now, if I include as it is, then include feature, basically the way it works, it will include everything, the whole file, the content of the file as a child. And in that case, the leveling will get disturbed. I mean, not really disturbed, but if you have in your Beamer configuration export settings, header level 2 #2 specified, then the moment you include a file, it will get included, and all the header level 2s in Jira fundamental file will become header level 3, and those will be displayed as blocks. So to solve this problem, what I did, I came up with a strategy. And by the way, you can also change the level. So you can use something like min level and use 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and you can change those levels. But to be honest, if I use, because I want Jira fundamentals to be listed as a separate, I mean, on the list, I want it to appear as a separate index in the table of content, and I want everything under it to be basically its own slide. I don't really want those individual #2 slides to become #3 blocks. So the way I do it is not really perfect solution, but I guess it works. So basically, if I proceed further in this particular slide, I have Jira fundamentals, which is basically a link. And if I open this link, let us say I'm doing this presentation, because usually I train people live and I use content. Now, what I can do is I can double click on it, and it will basically open Jira fundamentals slide, and it is of course its own slide. Once I'm done with it, I can just close it and then proceed further. So this is again not a perfect solution, but it works, because ideally what should have happened, I mean, I want Jira fundamentals or all the sections, all the slides under Jira fundamentals to appear as a separate slide, which I can do, by the way, in the min level configuration, but I don't really want those extra everything under Jira fundamentals to be listed here in the index. And I'm not really sure if it is possible. So I think a simple solution could be to just link it to another PDF. I know it's not really ideal, but when we're using something like org mode, we can get into we can't really make each and everything perfect, right? Although there are these features, but I'm happy with this approach now. Also, at the same time, I think I was about to share one more thing. Now, so this thing actually works perfectly when you are generating a book, a PDF file, because in that case, I don't mind, because we're not really talking about slides, we're just talking about the whole book. And in that case, of course, if everything is under Jira Fundamentals section, then it's fine. That is actually not a problem in a PDF file, in a book-ish PDF file. But in the case of Beamer's presentations, it is a problem, because the way, ideally, I don't know why, but the way Beamer works, you have to specify the level that will become header. I think by default, maybe there is something which I'm missing. I think by default, each and every header should become a slide. And that is not really a possibility. Maybe there is a way, maybe you can force it, but that is not really the default way, the default behavior of Beamer. Anyways, short video, but I want to share my way of doing it. All right, thank you very much. I hope you found this video. I hope you found this video useful and you learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye bye.